What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. My name is D-Free, and for this video, we're going to go ahead and show off the AGL Trunks. Now, he awakened quite some time ago. I'm assuming Global has him, because it's been quite some time. I don't know off the top of my head, so forgive me. Either way, he is the awakening for the old XENO Trunks. So, for today's question of the day, to begin, because I don't do that as much as I would like to anymore, let me know, what would you rather have, a new GT banner or a new Xenoverse banner? I don't know why those two, but that's just kind of what I chose. So let me know in the comments down below. So we're going to show off this Trunks. He's really good. He's one of the better rebirths, I would say, but the rebirths are starting to pick up in quality as well. So that statement might not hold true. He might become one of the more middle tier, kind of like if there was like SS, S, and then A, and then B, and then so on, whatever, down. I'd say he's probably like A+, right? You know, right now. I think he's really good. But anyways, hope you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. Let's hit a like goal of 800 likes for Trunks on this video. Don't mind him. I didn't realize that this whole time I didn't have Xeno Trunks Awakened. Like, I have the medals. I just am missing one future Gohan medal. And I was like, are you kidding? I feel like at one point I had him and I Baba shopped him or something. And since then, I've pulled 1 million, so they're just sitting in my box. And I was like, oh yeah, Xeno Trunks, let me totally use him. And apparently I don't have him awakened, but he still has really good stats. I mean, look at those stats. But we're looking at his Super Saiyan version. You know, the funny thing about this guy is he was the worst SSR. I mean, technically as he is, he's definitely one of the worst SSRs, if not the bottom like 3 or the worst. He was the worst SSR for a long time, but he was one of the best for World Tournament. Just in general, I don't know if he was the best for tournament as is right now or later on post awakening, because I don't recall his modifier right now. But nonetheless, one of the worst SSRs in general. Nobody used him. I think he became one of the best for World Tournament post awakening. Anyways, to my point, nobody used him, and there was speculation like, okay, finally their awakening units are starting rebirths. Rebirths were a new thing, and they were like, okay, well, hopefully this guy gets an awakening. And then all of a sudden they dropped Xenoverse Trunks as Super Saiyan. They were hoping that that original Trunks would turn Super Saiyan. He didn't. But then they dropped this guy's first form, not his awakened, of course, because his rebirth didn't exist. But, you know, Xenoverse Trunks became a thing. We haven't seen any Xenoverse banners since that one. Like, I don't know, Xenoverse 2, people thought when Xenoverse 2 came out we would have saw a banner. No, not at all. Anyways, he's at 80%. He's a project I've worked on for a really long time. I even finally finished him off at SA10. I showcased him when he was new, so it's been quite some time. He has a 6-turn attack raise. That is one of the best ones you can get in the game. If you're going to have a limit on it, 6 is freaking fantastic. That is one of the best ones you can get in this game to date. So that's why I said he's one of the better ones for sure. Like A+, maybe S-, right? At the start of the turn, he gets 2 ki and then 80% attack. So very generic as far as his passive goes. But again, 6-turn raise is really good. He has the patrol link. I will not be utilizing that, I don't think, unless the other Trunks has it. This is Cold Judgment. He shares that with the Xeno Trunks. This is Golden Warrior. This is Prepare for Battle, which I don't think he will utilize with the Xeno Trunks because he doesn't have that. Super Saiyan as well. Can't be with Xeno Trunks. Xenoverse, which is why I did this. 20% link. So, yeah, this guy, if you're wondering, he's not acquirable on Global, nor is he acquirable today on Japan. He was given out, I think, as like a reward during a certain time period. And then this is the Rebirth link. So, yeah, all right, let's go ahead and get into it. For now, I'm going to do that, regardless of whether or not... I think that these Gohans can finish this off, first and foremost, with the support they're getting from the Gohan on the last slot. I think they'll be fine. But even if they aren't, I still want to get that Gohan off rotation because I need him to come back with Trunks, maybe, because I had to bring units that could help give ki to the other Trunks just because he's not going to link for ki very well with the physical Trunks. But if the physical Trunks was awakened, he would have had Shattering the Limit or the Rebirth link, and it would have been 2 ki. So I had to kind of manipulate it a little bit differently, which is why Turles is here, just because Turles is universally good. And you have so much HP these days on these teams that you don't necessarily need to focus on not using Turles. So since he's so universally good, he's here. Wow, this is the rotation I want, just not the right Trunks. Why are you going to do that? Why you got to be like that? Why you got to be so rude? Let me go ahead and, let me let me do this, because I'm actually low-key scared of Rose right now. Like, this ain't a good matchup, because your boy Turles is going to get destroyed in the last slot. Let me give Let me give him let me get Turles a super, actually. I was not going to, but if he can stun, then that'd help. If he can stun, that would help. That's another thing that he's good at. You know, he's good at intangibles. Definitely the best support unit in the game for 3 key and 40%. He doesn't give a defensive support, but still. This is why I use the item. Because big man with pink hair likes to pick on a little girl. So we have Trunks. TRUNKS. And somebody asked me to say Goku Black. So I was saying Goku Black. Somebody asked me to do it that way. I know it was cringe AF, but your boy had to do it. So we got this rotation. We are all good to go. So as far as this goes, the good news is Trunks is self-sufficient. You can see it. He's starting off with the ability to launch a super. How much defense? 61,000 with a double Gohan supports. So that's not bad. Honestly, not bad at all. Very, very impressed by his abilities there. We're going to go ahead and give you this purple orb, whatever. I still have the item active, so not super worried. Wait, can Rose not be stunned? It looked like he couldn't be stunned. Or was it a seal? I didn't see. Can't be sealed. Okay, so he can be stunned. Okay, we didn't get a stun either way, but he could have been. So here's Trunks, no crit, no link. So very unimpressive, I know. But hopefully I can get him on that other rotation. I really should have pushed him off of this rotation, probably. Yeah, I should have pushed him off this rotation. But it's fine. Next turn, I'll push the other Trunks off rotation. He's already going off rotation. Good. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take the turn. You know what's so good about having these units? They don't do very much damage. None of them do that much damage. Even getting support, they just don't do that much damage. So since they don't do the damage, I don't have to worry about them like clearing the event super fast. Or too fast for Trunks to really do anything. So one thing was accomplished last turn as it pertains to Trunks. He was able to launch a super, so that means that he's started his 6-turn stack. So what that means is that he's going to be able to maximum get 3 stacks, assuming he stays on rotation, because of course it counts the turns he's not showing. If you didn't know, he can't actually get up to 6 turns because it counts the turns he's not there. So at most he gets 3, assuming he's on the rotation. So every other turn he can launch a super, and he'd be able to at maximum get 3 stacks. But that being said, that final attack, the middle attack, they'd last for 6 turns total, so you can get a continuous 3-turn stack maximum going, if that made any sense to you. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use a Senzu Bean. We are now getting the support from Turles, which is helpful, of course. Do you have any? No links with Gohan, that's fine. We're going to go for that. So at least this turn he's getting 50% defense and 40% attack. Look at Turles' defense without any leader skill support. Is that his natural defense? It is. Oh, man. Took me back to the days where the leader skills were crap. Anyways. So we're in a good position, though, nonetheless. All right. So like I said, 50% defense from Gohan, 40% attack from Turles, and then they have a link together. He's also going to launch another super. So next time we'll have Turles and both Trunkses, which is what I want. And then we'll just kind of cycle it. And it also looks like we will be facing against STR Rose too. So that'll help out a lot. That'll help out tremendously. All right, cool. Good job, Gohan. Good job, boy. All right, so STR Rose is here right on time. So I'm going to kick the 40% pan off rotation now. Just to kind of cycle these units the way that I want them to cycle. I don't really care if this rotation solos it. I don't think they will, but I don't care if they do either way. Just because, ideally, next round is still an STR round, so it doesn't matter to me. He did a crit. Okay, no additional super crit either. So that's the only way we were going to solo this round. But, you know, otherwise, I thought it was going to get pretty close, and it did. It did, it's all things considered. Okay, so like I said, we now have our optimal rotation. 209,000 attack there. Does it change? I wouldn't think it would change. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. I wouldn't think that he would have a link with Turles that he doesn't have with his other self. This Trunks is going to get destroyed in the middle slot. If there's a super, he's going to get decimated. So let's see what this Trunks can do. This is also the final turn. This is the 6th turn for that first launch of a super attack. 843. Okay, so just under a million. Just under a million. That's why I said he's really good. It's just he can't be S+ or SS simply because 80% is too low. Like, if that was 100%, he'd be ridiculous. But 80% is too low. But I don't want to be too cruel because it also isn't necessarily his fault. It's Gohan's fault too. This Gohan is just not a good offensive leader. It's his fault too. So for a damaging unit, it's kind of hard to really see their worth when they're on Gohan's team from that perspective. But I guess the counter case could be made in that you can really see their worth if they still do good damage under a leader that isn't technically the best one for offense. So either or is fine, but as it pertains to this, he'd of course be better like every other unit in the game if he was able to be under a team that would support him better. So anyways, we're going to start off with opportunity, it looks like, at getting a Dokkan attack. I think we're going to fall just short if I go for this. So I'm not even going to go for it because I just feel like we're going to fall just short of the Dokkan attack. And then I'd have to fight off next turn with trying not to get a super. Only issue is that next round he's going to have access to a support in the last slot. It just won't be a 40% one. So let me take this. So he's gonna get a Dokkan attack. It just won't be as powerful or as potent because it's not a 40% in the last slot. So 843, just like last round, that's where his attack caps at. His 6-turn stack just doesn't matter anymore. He's just gonna continually get it going that high. The only way it gets any higher is if I actually wind up getting Turles and Pan on rotation together with him. I think that's when he would be at his best technically. I can't wait that long in particular. I just don't have the time for that. As it pertains to like my event thus far, it's kind of, I just don't have the time for it. I don't even know if I have the time right now. That Gohan in the middle is gonna get a freaking Dokkan, isn't he? I tried so hard. I tried so hard. I'm not gonna give him a super though. I'm gonna skip it. I tried, man. I tried really hard. Oh, okay, well, I guess that kind of debunks what I was just saying where I wouldn't have had the time. I should have kicked the Pan off rotation, apparently. Or put the Pan on rotation, and she would have been fine. Rip the dream, man. Rip the dream. But we're all good, though. It's fine. 800K, whatever. I just wanted to skip it because I didn't want him to steal the show because I might potentially get another shot at getting that double support rotation for him. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the Gohan in the front. Because that's the next best thing, is leaving Gohan in the front and having Gohan support alongside Turles. That's the next best thing, because Gohan also triggers Super Saiyan. So he's really good there. Didn't do a whole lot of damage, so we're set. I'm kind of worried about the Trunks in the last slot, but who knows, man. I'm kind of worried about him, though. Okay. And this Trunks is not critting at all. Like, okay, cool. He is not crit a single time. And that's another thing. You know, of course, he would be able to do more damage. And did you guys notice what I did thematically in this? 57? My goodness. You fiend. I took on Goku Black just because it's Goku Black. And it's like, can Trunks actually save his future this time? Can Time Patrol Trunks save Trunks' future? That's why I did it. I thought it was pretty cheesy, but I thought it was cool at the same time. All right. So hopefully they don't finish this. Hopefully this Gohan in the middle doesn't do too much damage. Hopefully he doesn't do 1.4. He's gonna kill him, isn't he? He's gonna finish it. He's just gonna finish it. Yeah. I fell just short. But nonetheless, it's still pretty cool to be able to show off that Trunks. I think he's really good. I do. I think he's one of the better, like I said, rebirths. He's just not able to go a little bit higher just because 80% is limiting. And it will be limiting later on in the game's lifespan when units continue to do more damage than they do now already. So that's just kind of how things will continue to be for him forever. But I think that A+ is fine. Like in that tier list I said, you know, next up would be S-, somewhere in that area. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure you answer the question of the day on the right-hand and left-hand side of the screen. There are videos for you to click on while you're here. Stick around a little bit. Subscribe if you are new. Have an awesome day. I'll catch you guys on the next one.